And we see Super Ken starting on the purple, and it's likewise for Kyrie.
Let's see here, Super Ken on this Alice. Let's talk a little bit about this because we have seen it before in Season 11. Super Ken, when he joined the MPL, one of the pocket picks that we were able to see from him was not just the Alice, but the Hanzo as well. He was utilizing these crazy picks, and he was making it work. Thing is, in Season 11, every single time he tried to utilize this exact strat up against ONIC, they always crumbled.
Maybe this time, a minute in, and you see these two roamers, Keyboy and Supervin, just playing footsies, dealing damage to each other, amounting to not much as Super Ken continues to farm. Real quick, a check on our emblems, and again, the sustainability coming in from BTR. Oh, Kyrie underneath!
Shadow kill coming down, first blood for Kyrie. 1 minute in, ONIC already pushing the pace, utilizing the Hayabusa. This is what they want to do, but Super Ken on the other side, getting Keyboy low, trying to invade in the jungle.
Interesting. In mid, ONIC is looking to up their tempo, looking to snowball, but down bottom, it looks like Super Ken has a plan of his own, stealing away a small camp from Kyrie. 20 seconds up until this turtle comes up. Let's talk about the XP lane matchup, though. What's it like between a Uranus and a Fredrin?
More like a non-lane. So Rizzo's not really going to look for these trades. He understands that, you know, the Uranus is just going to constantly clear the waves, and even if he does try to force it, it's not really much he can do. I don't think he can get boots low or even threaten a kill. Kyrie, no purple buff this time, but Super Ken as well. I think Super Ken might be a bit more reliant on that purple buff than Kyrie on the Haya.
At this point, yeah. Especially as we ramp up into the mid-game, but now first turtle up already. Keyboy spots two. Oh, Super Ken not going to be able to contest. Kyrie scores.
Retribution, ONIC for the first kill and the first neutral objective. BIGETRON Alpha have been placed into a spot where they will have to try to weather the storm. And I think that might just be the case for BIGETRON Alpha. They understand how much early to mid-game power ONIC's composition has, especially their trio mid. They're going to be able to rotate more efficiently, and overall, they're going to have a better time. So BIGETRON Alpha are just banking on that later stage. Mid to late is when they can actually strike.
Which is counterintuitive to how these two teams have been playing so far, but wait, Super Ken spots one. Not enough damage quite yet. He has the back, RWM.
Oh, they're going to go in. Divine Judgment bringing it back. Super Ken getting the healing right now. He's going to be able to sustain. Keyboy caught in the sustain. Super Ken equalizes for the Terminators.
All thanks to that common emblem, and as well the build he's used. You can see here that he actually has the do on him, and he was unpunished. ONIC seems to have miscalculated the amount of damage and aggression they can put on a single hero in that mid-lane engagement. So with that, I'd say even if ONIC does have a 700 gold lead, even if they do have Turtle, this early game isn't as quite a big dub for them. BIGETRON Alpha, I'm loving it. If they want to make it to the late game, this is definitely the way you want to go.
Oh, big mistake by Sakin there, jumping with the BMI, but now Kyrie, oh, watch Sakin with a juke now, blazing duet. I still think he's going to die here with a shadow kill placed onto him. A good juke delaying the inevitable, but it still happens.
It took him a second or two longer to go down, but ONIC still got their prey. And now 1,000 gold ahead. Let's see how much more pressure they can apply on the map, how much more they can deny BIGETRON Alpha, the late game scaling that they so badly need. More now at the 4-minute mark than ever in this game one. BIGETRON Alpha are crossing the river, and they're looking to posture up for this turtle, but it's not going to be for free. Down bottom.
They're looking for a dive here. Oh, good escape away from the real world manipulation, but Keyboy still wants to dive right now. Sakin waiting on the BMI, perfectly timed now, jumps back. Weak side, but Sakin says it's all good. 3-man gank, this should give over. Super Ken, a free turtle up top.
Oh, Vin's very low. Boots wants something. Putting some stacks on. He needs one more. There's the heal.
The bloom coming in clutch for Super Vin, getting him back to an HP bar that is not there. That can be risked. Boots not able to kill him.
Master mechanics, not just in that engagement up top, but even down bottom for BIGETRON Alpha. Sakin using to its maximum potential the damage reduction underneath that gold shield on his turret. 25%, folks, that's huge, especially when you're looking at, what, quarter built items on early game heroes. Now Keyboy gets spotted.
Oh, Divine Judgment and the Shadow Kill used up onto Super Vin. Now it's Ken and Moreno forced back out of their own jungle. And Kyrie, despite it only being a 2,000 gold lead, he is up 2 levels earlier. Now Super Ken finally getting back in. Sakin forced back Kyrie. Oh, the shurikens here! Sakin pops in a blazing duet, has that Brave Smite, keeps him alive.
Just barely though. And here you see ONIC are limit testing. They're seeing how much they can get away with and how much pressure they can put on to Sakin. And here up top we see again the non-battle, the non-lane between these two just hunks of meat, Chorizo and Boots. Down bottom, the first turret goes down, ONIC scoring, again shrinking the space that Sakin can take farm from.
And this is going to be a very, very good position that ONIC can utilize to further capitalize, to further take their lead in towards the mid-game. Neutral objective control will still be on their side with Sakin falling so far behind. Taking a look at the gold lead, yep, almost 1,000 between the gold laners. And for CW, remember, 1,000 gold lead normally would already be big. On a 1-1, it's even bigger because CW has not built any defensive items, hasn't built boots at all. It is full damage.
And he's greeting out. And he has all the right in the world to do so. You're looking at Sakin, who only has, again, Warrior Boots and Demon Hunter Sword. Against 1-1, not going to lead to much. Here we see last turtle of the game up. Keyboy with a conceal.
Retribution battle. It's going to be Superkin who wins it right now. Chorizo taunts them up in the back. Boots also doing the same thing. Sakin with the blazing duet, unable to kill anyone down. Boots is acting as a distraction. CW looking for all the weakness points, but Chorizo flickers out to safety. CW pops in the Inspire, but gets chunked down. And BIGETRON Alpha, they go back. Appraiser's Wrath coming down on Boots, but again, it's only onto Boots.
CW Airlines fails to take off. One-way trip, the game 1 victory delayed. And with that, it's another gauge of how much ONIC can put on a BIGETRON Alpha until BIGETRON Alpha is ready. And this is what ONIC should be doing. This is their key to victory. Because if we go past the 12, 15-minute mark and BIGETRON Alpha haven't been buried underneath the ground, buried in value, buried in economy, then it's over. BIGETRON Alpha will take over the game. Looking at the item build so far, Superkin is looking great, man. He's on his way to a Dominance Ice, COD. He's almost unkillable at this point.
And once he gets unkillable, that's when ONIC will really struggle. Even with their pick-off comp, remember, the Bloom will deny, will take every single anti-region effect that ONIC has away from them. Right now, we're already seeing 2 Dominance Ices built up, but remember, the Bloom takes it all away.
And with that, BIGETRON Alpha are moving around. It's like the tier 1 down bottom hasn't even been taken. Tier 1 up top too. They sent CW to once more shrink the real estate that BTR can play with. ONIC, 3,000 gold head. CW and Kyrie up on top of the leaderboards with Sakin just marching up forward. It's not a slow farm. He only has really died once. So that's not good, but it's okay. Especially now looking at 8 minutes, 30 seconds in. He's on his way to his next core item. Chorizo just built himself a Radiant Armor. Against CW, not going to do much, but at least against Sans, against Keyboy, against Boots specifically, he's okay. So at least they have that one lane that they can just hunker down.
Oh, Flicker Divine Judgment, bringing Superfin back, and that should be Yama Crossbow. Attack with the Inspire, used up. Superfin falls, now on the Supercan, who's still on the purple bubble. Blazing duet up to the back line with Sakin in the real world manipulation. Not enough though, it's still ONIC.
There we go, the bonk from Chorizo, a little too late. Now it's Boots just holding his ground, making sure no stragglers push on forward. Sans ain't done. Looking at the damage output, it's clear that Sans and Kyrie, and even CW, even if his crossbow tang just came up and flew, kicked to the skies just for a second or two longer, there's great damage coverage, and with that, ONIC just convert like a snap.
Absolutely beautiful from ONIC, understanding their limits. You mentioned earlier they were testing it. Now they understand their limits. They're utilizing it now to completely punish BIGETRON Alpha, capitalizing in this moment. As Moreno, let's take a look at his item as well as Sakin. Sakin finally building up the golden staff. That is a power spike, but it's not going to be a big one. Look at CW already on the way to that win of nature, trying to neutralize the BTR power spike.
Kyrie just picked up the Heptases. So if prior the engagements came up short, all the more now. I wouldn't be surprised if he picked up a Sea Halberd. Now Boots in trouble.
Still gets out. It's that ONIC buff, man. They're just unkillable. And they're utilizing it here in this game to pick turrets off the board. Boots is acting as the distraction as CW acts as the assassin.
And as soon as he takes to the skies, which with the help of that Wind of Nature, again, it's going to keep him immune for just a little more to proc those weakness finders. And, of course, his weakness marks. It'll be all the more trouble for BIGETRON Alpha. ONIC pushing their lead, coming in through mid. Top lane's going to crash on down as well. 10 minutes and a half in. This is a very, very massive 7K gold lead. And finally, they take care of the Lord.
Oh, Kyrie jumping in, looking for the shadow kill, but he will just hold on to it. Lord cleared up top by Saken and Super Ken. As BIGETRON Alpha are still able to defend. But ONIC, remember the gold lead, it's still building up. It is quite big now with a 2.72K Lord advantage at their hands. It basically forced BIGETRON Alpha in their base. Now they're forced to just turtle and farm in their base.
Oh God, look at Birthday Boy. Look at Sans here. In some parts of the world, you could argue it's still his birthday.
Yeah.
So the buff is still active, and he is playing this Valentina to a T. The burst is there, the acquisition of ults on point too, and that's what bought here ONIC this huge lead. Approaching this Lord, 45 seconds in. Where else can BIGETRON Alpha find value? You said that they're going to turtle up, you said that they're going to try to stay in. When ONIC starts to freeze, there are no stacks for Super Ken to get.
Not at all, and that's why it's just so brilliant from ONIC. They understand that if you want to go for a composition like this that tries to weather out the storm, if the storm is too massive, if it was just literally a natural disaster that just takes you out, there's not much you can do against it.
A force of nature, an act of God. And that is but what ONIC is bringing. So these are spotted. Of course, ONIC not going to oblige. Oh, RWM!
OCW still able to fly right now, gets out, these fire popped in, Super Ken caught in the bad situation, the Bloom is able to help him out, but not for long, as Kyrie disintegrates the back line, now the shadow kill, been able to flicker out, but Super Ken's down, so Rizzo surviving barely.
ONIC happy with what they got, a pick off on a key hero. Super Ken could not do anything with the suppress laid on him by Keyboy. And now ONIC are going to convert straight into this luminous Lord.
They've enhanced 12 minutes in, and now with the Starlium, wow, Sans, Starlium Scythe. You can see the confidence here from Sans. He's been recalling non-stop, and Keyboy's following through as well. It's the Sans and Keyboy recall special.
It's a deadly duo. They not only wreck you and ruin you in game, but also your mental. You can only imagine what BIGETRON Alpha is going through right now. They can't even leave their base, and they have to plan for the defense of a lifetime. Luckily, they have great high ground defense, but how far can that take you? Lord crashing in the mid.
That's the base turret taken down. Bottom lane also coming down as CW is able to do quick work. Whoa, Kyrie with a shadow kill, only onto the minions right now. Super Ken's going to be able to jump into the back. But Saken gets bursted down. Now the crossbow attack, and he's fired. They're going to crunch in his spot, placed in time, but he will fall. 13 minutes in, and ONIC will wipe BTR down to their last member.
The Terminators have done well to go by their word and knock out all of the Filipino teams, but here it looks like Raja Langit still reigns supreme. Game 1 goes to ONIC.